What is Sukkot? The word Sukkot really comes from the word Sukkah, which means booth, or Sukkot, booths. And it happens in the month of Tishrei, as we say in September or in October. Then Zechariah chapter 14 verse 16 says, it will happen that everyone who is left of all the nations that came against Jerusalem, in other words, this is now in the end of days, will go up from year to worship the King, the Lord of armies, and to keep the Feast of Booths. Now, the Bible doesn't say that in the end of days, people will keep Pesach. It doesn't say in the end of days everybody has to keep Pentecost. But what it says is all the nations must keep Feast of Tabernacles, the Feast of Booths, this festival. Now listen. It will be that whoever of the families of the earth doesn't go up to Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of armies, on them there will be no rain. Leviticus chapter 23 verse 34. Speak to the children of Israel and say, on the 15th day of the 7th month is the Feast of Booths for 7 days to the Lord. On the 8th day, now this is a bit confusing. It says 7 days. And now suddenly it speaks of an 8th day. What is this 8th day? Now, the Bible says in 6 days, God created the heavens and the earth. And on the 7th day, He completed it by resting. This is now Genesis chapter 2, verse 1. So, and then the Bible tells us that 1,000 years is 1 day, and 1 day is 1,000 years. God says, I want to dwell with you for 7 days. Not just for 1 day, not just that 1 day which we call the Shabbat millennium, but for all 7 of the millennium, God will dwell with us. Because it's booths. It's a dwelling place. But it's a temporary dwelling place. That speaks about this earth that is just here temporary. So for 7 days we will do that. But on the 8th day, what is the 8th day? Now in Hebrew thinking, the letter 8, which is the letter Chet, means a window that transcends the confined space that we're in. And that 8th day is what we call the Ulam Haba, the eternity. It's eternal. It's something that will last forever. So He's not just going to dwell with us for the 7 days that we are here on earth, these 7 millennium, but He will also dwell with us on an 8th day. So He's written it on our hearts. Now we can rejoice because it's there, because we have eternity because of the fact that we've been made sons and daughters of the living God. He is our King. We have received His life. And so we can allow that life to live through us and in us, and that will take us into this eternity.